What's up guys, TheAmigoBoys here, and today I'm gonna show you another showcase of my build, the AmigoShotz here in Abyss League. I have now made it to level 94 on the Abyss Softcore League, and I've acquired some better gear. So our gear at the moment is pretty damn top tier. If you take a look here, it's pretty expensive as well. We have acquired 100% Biscos, which is like, I don't know, 25x. I just bought a +2 to Nature Devotos, which is like 16.5x right now. We have 6 link Windtripper, we have 6 link Queen of the Forest, double 10% Venturous Gambles, a +1 arrow quiver with a lot of resists, so we can run our Magic Find gear as well down here. And okay, let me just sell this real quick. Was it Val Haste or Wild Grace? Val Haste. Alright. And yeah, and I have the flasks here, the Dying Sun, which is pretty expensive as well. Um, at the moment, the build is pretty damn good at clearing fast for shaped vault maps. So if I'm just gonna roll one real quick, and I'm gonna show you the map in action, and then we're gonna talk about the tree, skill tree, and everything like that afterwards. And before you say that it's just a generic bow build, generic magic find build, yes, it is, but that's because I've it is my build guide, but I'm of course min-maxing it, and at the moment there's not really much you can do other than this tree right here. This is the best option, so that's why you will see a lot of people running with the same tree and all of that. It is because it's the best option, and there's not really much room for making your own build if you want to go the best way, really. So yeah, I could still get a Rigwald's quiver, but at the moment, yeah, I would rather get the resist from our +1 arrow quiver and have +1 arrow as well. At the moment, we're not quite reaching the cap at 45k evasion on our Queen of the Forest. We are at 44, so we could still get like 2% movement speed if we were to min-max this. And you would usually be able to reach that just to getting a perfect evasion roll on your Queen of the Forest, or just getting yeah, maybe better rolls on some of your gear. But yeah, so at the moment our Magic Find stats are 69% quantity if we count the Winterburst stats, and then we have 100% quantity on normal monsters as well. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the case, but Cute Dog, Empyrean, and other players that have mapped a lot, they say that they think that Biscos is bugged at the moment, because they feel like they're getting more quantity on map drops as well from the Biscos. Chris have said that they shouldn't be the case, but it might actually be bugged. And the reason it might be bugged is because if you look on the Biscos here, you can see that it says increased quantity of items dropped by slain enemies. The wording is a little bit different compared to normal quantity, so that might be why it's bugged, but I don't know if it's the case or if they just it's RNG or something. But their sample size is pretty big. They run like over like 200 maps and stuff, still saying that it gives around 30% more map drops. So I don't know really about that, but if it gives more map drops, then it's good we're using it. And yeah, of course you want to aim for the Biscos in the end game anyways. Even though it is 20x, and like you will say, oh, but we need to make like a lot of currency before we're gonna pay it back. Yes, if you think of it like that, you will have to make a lot of currency to make it back. But then again, also think about it, you can always resell the Biscos, and it's only really going up in price. So if you sell it, farm 1x, like if you sell it and run 10 maps, and you would probably get like 1x normally. With the Biscos, you'll get around 1.2x with that. And you can always sell the Biscos and just have increased profits from that, because you can always resell the Biscos. It's not like it's worth nothing. So yeah, the Biscos is definitely worth getting if you can get it. It's like the best, like it's gonna give you so much loot, and it's definitely worth it in my opinion. I'm not going back, and even you might get more damage with Rare Emulate and stuff like that. But you know what? We have enough damage on our character here, so fuck that. We just want Biscos. And yeah, so far we have already made money back from the map here. We got a tier 15, which is like maybe 12 KRs or something. Then we got the Hoarder card, which is like 6 to 8 KRs, I can't remember. Then we got a lot of other tier 13s. So yeah, so far it's pretty good. When I'm not playing with an aura bot that I'm not playing with right now, this Magic Find setup might die on the boss due to the fact that the rolls of this map is pretty bad. Like the boss will deal a lot of damage and he can probably one-shot us. But then again, that's why we have our Val Grace here, because that's gonna make us able to, I think, reach the dodge cap. Or if not that, it's pretty damn close to the dodge cap. But yeah, you can of course find everything you need to know down in the guide, or you could just check my profile. My account name is the Amigo Boys, and my character is called TheAmigoShotz Abyss, which is also the name of the build guide. We're gonna do some trades real quick here after the map, and we also got an abandoned wealth. So yeah, the profits are really good. The profits with this setup is really good. Okay. Let's go for the boss now. We might die, so we're just gonna make a poll just in case. Once we get to the arena here. Pop that. We might die to one-shots. I don't really know. But yeah, okay, we didn't get one shot and we killed the boss, no problem. Alright, with an aura bot this is of course gonna be like 3 times faster. But you can even do it solo. Just bear in mind that it might be hard to level in these maps if you're doing it solo with Sextants, because you will die quite a few times. And even if I didn't die now, I'd probably die within the last 4 runs, which means that I wouldn't be able to level up, because I'm level 94 and you don't really get more than 2.5% XP per map. Okay, let's just go out. We're gonna grab these 2 6 sockets here afterwards, and then we're gonna look at the gear and everything like that from the build guide. So yeah, just pick it up this loot. I'm just gonna throw it in the dump tab so you don't have to wait for me to check all this shit. But yeah, so as for the gear options, we are using of course Windchipper and all the other gear. You probably saw it already, so I don't need to go over that. But for the gem links, we want to use Tornado Shot, GMP. Oh my god, I can't see anything with this. Tornado Shot, GMP, Mirage Archer, elemental damage with attacks, Culling Strike. Yo, okay. So I was running Culling Strike. I didn't even know that. I was running Culling Strike because we were doing it in 6-man parties. So that's actually why our DPS was a bit lower. Ideally you want to run Added Cold instead, but if you're running 6-man parties and they don't have Magic Find gear, you of course want to be killing the mobs, and that's why I went with Culling Strike here. So the damage would be way higher if you used an Added Cold damage. And then I Spy as well. I Spy is actually only the best gem to use if you have 7 Frenzy Charges. I have 6 at the moment, but I'm gonna grab this Frenzy Charge down here in the next 2 levels if I'm ever gonna reach level 96. So, but yeah, it's level 21, so it's worth it for me. Increased duration, counter damage taking Mole Call, and the increased duration benefits the Val Grace or the Val Haste as well. That's what I use. I could also use a curse setup with Orb of Storms for a single target, but I don't find that necessary at the moment. We're killing the boss anyways, and especially when we have an Aura Bar on, it's no problem. The quiver you want to do with +1 arrow. You can craft them pretty easily if you get essences for WoW. They give wed on a quiver, and if you get a shrieking one, it's like 2C. You'll be able to basically like chaos spam it, but guaranteeing a wed roll for 2 chaos instead of 1 chaos. So it's a pretty fucking good way to get this. Additional arrow is a pretty rare stat, but you can get it in like 30 essences or something. Pretty good. And if you get a good suffix as well, you can sell the quivers for a lot. I sold one of my quivers with crit multi, crafted attack speed for around 6x, so it's pretty damn good. You also want to use a pole gem just because I don't have any pole scrolls. Summonize Golem of course, Grace and Blink Arrow. You want to use Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark with Herald of Ice of course, and then you use Onslaught just for getting Onslaught, and then we don't have to use an Onslaught Flask. For the for the Barrage, it's just elemental damage with attacks, Mirage Archer, Early Focus, Ice Bite, and Added Cold damage. Instead of Early Focus, you could go like damage and full life, but I'm not always on full life, so I didn't want to do that. But if you use Wild Grace, it might actually be worth running out of damage on full life, because you will dodge pretty much everything. But yeah, for the skill tree, this is basically the generic skill tree. Skill tree is a little bit different from my damage setup on this build here in the build guide. I take the int nodes here for the abyssal jewels, just because abyssal jewels are crazy good and we need some intelligence for our auras. Then I use this jewel socket here with Lionized Fall for that makes us able to convert all melee damage nodes into bow nodes. So these nodes here are gonna be crit multi with bows instead of crit multi with claws, and we're gonna get leech here as well, so we don't have to pick up these leech nodes here. So overall it is worth it, but the jewel is around 100 chaos, so yeah, and it's not really that good. So if you don't have that, you're gonna get pretty much the same out of these nodes here and some other damage nodes. We use inspired learning as well. That's why I pick up the accuracy nodes, because we need 4 notables in the area here. I picked up phase acro as well, just because I don't want to die when I'm level 94. We have enough damage, and yeah, really don't need more damage. Only a frenzy charge if you could get that. If you're using Queen of the Forest, you either want to take these nodes here for resistance and evasion, or the nodes here for resist and evasion. I had enough evasion already and enough resist, so I picked up these ones because we got life from those 5% life, which is pretty damn good. But yeah, it's the ascendancies. You just want to get the phasing and the slaughter. For the order, you want to get the way of the poacher first, because that's going to benefit you while leveling. Free frenzy charge is really good. After that, you want to go with the phasing, because then cruel and merciless, you're gonna have 20% phasing and 20% movement speed, 40% damage and dodge as well, and some movement speed here, and evasion rating as well, which is gonna benefit you with the Queen of the Forest. So once you get Uberlap, you'll get this one, and then you can start between Merciless and Uberlap, you will pick up the frenzy charge nodes on the tree. You don't have to pick them up before that. It's not really gonna be worth it that well. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for the build guide. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you watch it all the way to the end, yeah, and if you like my channel, like my other content as well, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.